Good afternoon, everyone. Here is the latest video update on Tropical Storm Neoguri on this Wednesday afternoon, July 9th, 2014. We're now watching the system rapidly weakening now as it moves across the East China Sea and will soon move into the island of Kyushu. The system was last located approximately 280 kilometers west-southwest of Nagasaki, or about 320 kilometers west of Kagoshima, some of the highly populated cities in the island of Kyushu. Again, the JMA, the Japan Meteorological Agency, has downgraded Neoguri to a severe tropical storm with winds of 110 kilometers per hour and gusts of up to 155 kilometers per hour. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center has kept the system as a typhoon as of their latest warning, with winds of 130 to 155 kilometers per hour. The system is currently moving eastward at a speed of 20 kilometers per hour. And as again you can see on this latest infrared image, system was rapidly weakened overnight, and with the convection diminishing, although rainfall are still present and will continue to impact the islands of the regions out here in mainland Japan, Kyushu, Shikoku, and parts of Honshu over the next few days. Looking at the latest infrared image loop, again you can see how different the system is now looking on satellite compared to 24 hours ago when it was lashing the islands in the Ryukyu region. 2 people have been confirmed dead because of Neoguri, and at its peak as much as 100,000 people were out of power across Okinawa, and winds of up to 180 kilometers were reported by some stations. The strongest winds, thankfully, remained offshore as the center of Neoguri, the eye, didn't really approach any of the islands. Miyakojima was the closest one, but the strongest winds again stayed offshore. So that was a little bit of a silver lining as the system moved through. Now the system is moving into Kyushu, as we've said, and will make landfall there by early tomorrow morning. And looking at the latest radar image, this is from Weather News Japan. Again, you can see bands of light to moderate and even some pockets of heavy rain moving from the south to the north, affecting the island of Kyushu, and even parts of Shikoku already beginning to feel the impacts of this tropical storm. And we will see the rain spread eastward over the next few days, affecting the big cities of Osaka, Nagoya, and even into Tokyo area as you move into Friday and Saturday. As far as the rainfall forecast is concerned, we are expecting pretty much similar amounts as we've seen in Okinawa, although the heavy rains will be concentrated mainly along the southern portions of mainland Japan, as the system will skirt the coasts of Shikoku and Honshu over the next 2 days. Looking at one of the computer models here, expecting 8 to 16 inches of rainfall, which translates to roughly about 200 to as much as 400 millimeters of rainfall, with the heaviest likely to fall across the mountainous region. So the threat of landslides and even some flash floods will persist over the next 2 days. Again, as I've said, the big cities of Osaka, Nagoya, and even into Tokyo could see their share of heavy rains as we move later this week. And looking at the forecasts here, first we have the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, again showing the system tracking into Kyushu, making landfall by early tomorrow morning, Thursday, and then moving generally eastward, moving along the southern coast of Shikoku and into Honshu, again passing near the cities of Osaka by Thursday evening and into Friday morning, moving into near the city of Nagoya and moving near the Tokyo metro area. By Saturday morning, we expect the system to move out of Japan and move into the North Pacific Ocean. We expect also the system to continue weakening as it moves across land, and with the wind shear increasing, dry air, and also the westerlies, we expect the system to begin extratropical transition. So as far as the threats are concerned, the winds will not be the main issue here, but rather the heavy rains that will be falling over the next. Finally, we have the Japan Meteorological Agency's 3-day forecast, again showing pretty much what we've been saying before. Continuous eastward movement making landfall in Kyushu near the city of Kagoshima and then into the island of Shikoku by Friday, moving near Osaka and actually moving very near the city of Nagoya, a heavily populated city as well. Moving north of Tokyo metro area by Friday morning and into the afternoon hours. We expect the rainfall amounts again to be uniform across the region, 200 millimeters, and then by Friday evening and into Saturday morning we expect the system to eventually move out of Japan and into the North Pacific. And before we conclude our video update for this afternoon, we take one final look at the Western Pacific Basin, and again you can see here the once super typhoon Neoguri moving into mainland Japan, but we were also actually watching a low pressure area, Invest 92 Whiskey, down here by the Caroline Islands, moving westward and actually beginning to show some increased convective activity. Some of the computer models are suggesting that this could be our next tropical system as we move into the weekend. Obviously too early to tell what will actually happen, but we will continue to monitor this system for possible development, and as always we will keep you updated with that on our websites right over here. But as far as Neoguri goes, again the threat now moves into mainland Japan, not so much with strong winds but with heavy rainfall as we move later this week. Stay safe, and as always heed the warnings of your local officials in terms of evacuations and other warnings related to this approaching tropical storm. And as always, you can keep updated with our websites down here and also on our Facebook and YouTube channels, so please follow those as well. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and see you in the next update.